Let's face it, we all have a career limiting habit, whether it's weak interpersonal skills, a tendency to procrastinate, or good but not great technical prowess. One of the biggest impediments to our upward mobility is a habit we struggle to change. A few years back, some of the scientists studied around 5,000 people who had attempted to change a stubborn career limiting habit. Fewer than 10% succeeded at creating deep and lasting change. And that's a very low number. As they reviewed what separated the successful few from the rest, they found a quirky distinction. The successful people talked about themselves the way an experimental psychologist might refer to a cherished lab rat. For example, a shy manager with executive aspirations talked about how he took himself to the employee cafeteria 3 times a week to eat lunch with a complete stranger. Tickling with anxiety, he stripped himself of his smartphone before exiting his office, knowing that if it was with him, he would retreat to it. He knew that if he simply ensconced himself in these circumstances, he would connect with few people, a habit and skill he wanted to cultivate. Recognizing this somewhat bizarre pattern, the researchers began to see the virtue of it. These insightful self-changers came to realize that the best way to control their behavior was to control of the things that control them. Remember, we are profoundly shaped by outside forces that manipulate, distract, arouse, and impede us. Here are some common tactics for tricking yourself into changing. Manipulate distance. We are especially naive about the degree to which our physical surroundings shape our choices. For example, what you eat is shaped far more by what you see than by what you search for. A glittering bowl of Lindt chocolate truffles on a colleague's desk initiates an inexorable cognitive process that ends only when you succumb to its seduction. Seeing is eating. And how many times have you seen and eaten? Change your friends. There's a Mexican saying, "Show me who you're with and I'll tell you who you are." You don't get to vote on whether the people you associate with shape you. They determine the way you think, feel, and dress. And they also influence what you purchase, eat, study, hate, and at times the sport that you watch. So spend less time with people who reinforce a bad behavior, and vice versa, spend more time with people who support a good behavior. Schedule yourself. Human beings have a default bias. If a box is checked on a web page, we are likely to leave it checked. If our driver's license renewal requires us to opt out of organ donation rather than opt in, many of us donate our organs. So program defaults into our life. So remember, you are far more likely to spend the hour rehearsing if you make it the default plan. Train yourself. We tend to think our behavioral lapses are most often due to a lack of will rather than a lack of skill. This is not true. We are less motivated when we feel less competent. When attempting to change your behavior, don't simply try to psych yourself into changing. Rather, coach yourself into it. Create a structured practice, plan, opportunity, that will increase your competence and your motivations, and everything will follow suit. Change your frame. It is surprisingly easy to manipulate yourself by simply framing choices differently. Others do it all the time, presenting soda pop as a freedom or a new car as a path to passionate license. This is something that you have seen on television in ads. It's lame, but it is effective. Most of us are blind to the many forces that shape our choices. We overestimate the degree to which we are the product of conscious choice and grossly underestimate the power of situational and social forces. It's time we learn to take control of our lives by acknowledging this human fact and making it work for us rather than being against us.